your next comic put this show together, so give it up extra loud for her. She also has a great Handmaid's Tale podcast called Red All Over. Everyone get it up for the hilarious Kelly Anneken. Drunk enough that you're really loud. This is gonna be fun. Okay. So let's get to know me. I'm gonna be up here for a little while. I have a microphone, you don't. I know how this works. When I was a teenager, my mother gave me some advice. She said, Kelly, watch out. Boys are only interested in one thing. And I was like, oh my God, I hope it's sex. Because I do not have any money. I wish I was beautiful. Like, I'm pretty. I know this. Like, this guy's not gonna kick me out of bed, right, sir? Yes, good, correct answer. I appreciate your speed. Which is also what I'll say to you in bed, so preview. Are you two together? Well, you're welcome to watch. I'm very open-minded. It's an A-B situation, so we'll see you later. I'm gonna leave you alone now so you don't choke on your ice cream. You just see the headline now. Hilarious woman kills at comedy club, literally. That was for the comedians in the back. Oh my gosh, you know, I remember when I was little, people would ask me, Kelly, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? Princess. What do you want to be when you grow up? Pumpkin. And I would tell them, anorexic. I'm going to warn you right now that it's just going to keep being that dark, so maybe get your flashlight at the ready. I'll never forget the day that I said that to my mother. She just looked at me and said, Kelly, sweetheart, you don't have that kind of willpower. Oh, she was right. She was right. Now I do this. Stand-up comedy. Everybody's last resort before suicide or grad school. I have been thinking about losing some weight, slimming down, dropping a few pounds, but then I was like, why? I get laid like all the time, okay? Yeah, thank you. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do not skip dessert. Do not spend 30 minutes at the gym doing cardio. That is 30 minutes like you've been making some loser on a skateboard eat my pussy. I can't just let that go. He could roll away. Now, I will say, I have to be totally honest with all of you, really, I'm not thin enough to be as mean as I am. You know, like I'm a size 12, but I talk shit like a 4. Oh my goodness. So just to be clear, I do sleep with men. I realize the jacket is non-committal. I'm a space lesbian. I fuck who I want. It's the future. Yeah, I sleep with men. I sleep with men because I am not a quitter. I'm not a quitter. As the great feminist Frida Kahlo once said, keep your friends close and your enemies in your vagina. And I try to live that every day. I mean, like, don't get it twisted. Like, it's an all-female lineup. I've eaten some pussy. Gave it the old college try after I graduated from college, because I'm not a fucking cliche. I guess the technical term for what I am is a bisexual. Technically, I'm a bisexual, but I'm not really a practicing bisexual. I'm a practicing bisexual in the sense that I'm a practicing Catholic. Like, I've eaten pussy, I've eaten the body of Christ. Just like not for a while. No, I'm just, honestly, like, I'm too lazy to have sex with women. I'm far too lazy to have sex with women. I did not get a 4-year liberal arts degree to be doing manual labor in my spare time. I don't like to do in bed. I like to be done to in bed, okay? Oh, and I mean, honestly, men who sleep with women, like, if you don't like going down on women, I totally understand. Like, don't applaud. It'll ruin your night, if not your life. But I get it, because to me, vaginas are all the same, wet and confusing. Okay? And, like, you never know when that shit's gonna be done. It's like cooking a turkey. Even if that little thermometer pops out, you don't know if it's done. You just gotta shrug your shoulders and be like, maybe tonight I'm getting trichinosis. It's a little tip from me to you, don't make that noise when you're going down on a woman. They don't like it. Oh, I am not a generous lover, people. I'm selfish. I don't like to make an effort. When I'm with a guy, the most I might do is like wrap a leg. You know, like I'll wrap 2 legs, but this is stand-up comedy, not levitation comedy. I don't want to blow your mind before the headliner gets out here. You know, I'll do that, and I'm sure he thinks it's for his pleasure, and then I'm bringing us closer together. When in reality, it's like, no, bitch, I just need lumbar support till you finish. Let's go. I'm trying to watch all 9 seasons of Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman. Get out of my house. I visited a nursing home recently. You guys ever been?
Yep.
A couple of you. If you haven't, a nursing home is basically an aquarium for old people. Just plastic plants everywhere. People moving real slow, waiting to get fed. Hold a mirror up to the residents' faces. They flip out like betta fish. I'm at the nursing home. I was there to visit my grandmother, by the way. I wasn't just trolling the nursing home. There to visit Majima, and I see this woman, and she's restocking their whole supply of adult diapers. I see the brand name on the adult diapers. It says Prevail. Prevail, which I thought was real insensitive, considering that none of those people were prevailing over shit. Literally. One groaner didn't get it the first time. And I just hope, by the time I'm in a nursing home, there's a less tragically ironic brand of adult diaper available. Something like Surrender. Or Do Not Resuscitate. Let me try to think of something relatable. You guys ever do that thing where, you get a pen out of your pen jar, you go to write with it, it's out of ink, then you just put it back in your pen jar? Maybe it'll heal itself. Like Jesus. Or Wolverine. Okay, all women show. Don't talk about Wolverine. Got it. So, anybody here on Facebook?
Yes.
This half of the room, yes. This half, just Tinder. That's it. Okay, cool. Bathrooms in the back, freaks. I'm on Facebook. I like Facebook. But I have some issues with Facebook. I got some ish with the FB. Mainly, it's a graveyard for all the friendships that I've failed to maintain over the years. Facebook tells me things about my friends I wish I didn't know. Like, who can't spell. I have this one friend on Facebook who's just super irritating, okay? She's very wealthy, doesn't have a job, so she's got to update all of us on her ongoing existential crisis every 5 minutes, studying abroad in Italy wasn't everything I hoped it would be, frowny face. I'm like, cry me a river, Amanda Knox. Okay, I think we're done. Same girl, same friend likes to pray on Facebook, to God, in front of everybody. She'll be like, "Dear God, What is your plan for me? I'm so tired of waiting, love, Caroline. Winky, frowny face. And I just don't understand this, okay? Like, if your one-on-one time with the man upstairs is not yielding you the appropriate results, I don't think publicly shaming him on Facebook is gonna work either. She's not even friends with the guy. It's not gonna show up in his news feed. I have a birthday coming up on Sunday.
Yay!
Thank you. I'm gonna take a drink so you can applaud longer. Thank you, I am a miracle. So I got a card in the mail. My mom sent me a card in the mail, like a fucking farmer. Inside the card, she wrote a little personal note that said, "May God bless you today and every day." So I picked up my phone, gave her a call, like a fucking farmer. And I said, "Don't try and frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, nor has it revealed the location of the rebel's hidden fortress." Thank you. Thank you. For the uninitiated, it's at this point in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, that Darth Vader strangles the infidel General Modi with the awesome power of the Force. But my mom couldn't do shit to me, because God's not real. Search your feelings, you know it to be true. Oh, people are always asking, you know, what would Jesus do? They still want to know, what would Jesus do? Like, it's not a mystery. What would Jesus do? Whatever his dad tells him. I just imagine, like, the domestic scene in heaven, you know, like, God's giving Jesus his marching orders, and then Jesus just goes, like, full Vanderbeek and Varsity Blues, like, "I don't want your life!" And the Holy Spirit just flaps by in a whipped cream bikini. What would Jesus do? Let's look at the facts. What would Jesus do? Yell at a fruit tree. Hang out with 12 dudes before football was invented. And die at 33. So, really, not much of a basis for a religion. More of a cautionary tale, in my opinion. I hope God's not real. Not just because of all those jokes I just told. That you laughed at. I heard you. I'm going to tell him. I just, like, you know, I imagine, like, if God is real, I'll die. I'll get up to the pearly gates, and then God's going to just, like, jump out with his collar popped, visor off to the side, like, "Should have believed in me, bruh." I'll be like, "Shouldn't let my grandpa die of lung cancer, bruh. Shouldn't let my dog suffocate in a bag of Doritos, bruh. Shouldn't have made my tits a G-cup, bruh." Okay, that was a pun about my cup size. I was really expecting extra support on that one. Thank you. No one's ever groaned at my boobs before. You're welcome. I do rock a G-cup. I call these my OMGs. A lot of women like to refer to their breasts as the girls, but that's never really worked for me, because my breasts are so obviously men. They're constantly oppressing me. Every time I have sex, I gotta make both of them a sandwich. Yeah, this one's gluten-free. It's a real pain in the tit. One time this guy told me, "Kelly, your breasts are a miracle." And I was like, "Well, thank you. But you've obviously never seen me put on a bra. Because if you'd ever seen me put on a bra, you wouldn't say that." Me putting on a bra is like, do you guys remember Gak? Yeah, that slimy Play-Doh from the 90s. You know, you had to, like, get it back in the little container before dinner time or be out all night and get dehydrated. You could try to reconstitute it with water, but it was never quite the same. I got a lot of friends giving me advice lately, career advice, looking for a new job, and they're like, "Kelly, find something you love. Find something you love. If you find something you love, you'll never work a day in your life. Kelly, just do what you love." And I'm like, "No! doing what I love is how I wound up with a theater degree in HPV. Clearly what I love is bad for me. You know that old saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, HPV? So as you can tell by my demeanor, I'm a feminist. Yay! Thank you. This half of the room, your lack of applause is why we have no equal rights amendment in this country. Oh, but please don't worry, this half of the room, I'm not a real feminist. Not a real feminist, because I've never been on a Take Back the Night rally. If you don't know, a Take Back the Night rally is where ladies make a bunch of signs and they're like, stop raping us! And then dudes are like, no! People in the back didn't laugh much. Must be where they seated all the rapists. Anyway, I've never been on a Take Back the Night rally because frankly, I don't like that gamble. Do not like that gamble. If you go on a Take Back the Night rally, you better take it back that night. Because after it's over, you still gotta walk home alone in the dark. And we all know that's just the cold open to an episode of Law & Order Special Victims Unit waiting to happen. Now you can just see it now. Choke, choke! Ice-T and Richard Belzer come in. Beat cop found her in a dumpster. Roommate says you're on the way home for Take Back the Night rally. That was Ice-T. But Take Back the Night rally, guess she forgot her receipt. It's like one of my favorite jazzy songs about victims of sexual assault. Second only to the Whitney Houston classic, How Will I Know If He Really Raped Me? I asked my friends, but they're his friends won't say. Too real? All right, that's happened to too many people here. We're going to move on. I know that I tell a lot of jokes for the ladies, but where's my man at? Woo! Okay! Low sperm count in this crowd. Ladies, raw dog it at your discretion. All right, gentlemen, this is for you. I know there's a lot of madness going on in Washington right now, but there's some very important news coming down from the Supreme Court. Gentlemen, it is now legally permissible for you, if your lady friend passes out from having too much to drink, it is legally permissible for you to draw a dick on her face. Just decided landmark Supreme Court case, Bros v. Hoes. White women!
Yes?
There's always one. The rest of us don't cheer, because we know what we did. White women! The next time that you have a thought or an idea, just don't do it. We have enough coffee shops and yoga studios and cupcake galleries. And stay away from at-risk youth. You can't help them. Just vote for a tax increase every time. Jesus. Now I know that this seems a little hypocritical. I'm a white woman up here expressing many thoughts and ideas, many of which you dislike. But frankly, I got sick of the conservatives having a lockdown on white women hypocrites with the microphone, okay? All right, we got Phyllis Schlafly, we got Ann Coulter, we got Kellyanne Conway, now Kelly Anneken, boom! I'm gonna kick all their asses because I have a healthy BMI. Oh, Lordy, where to go from here? I celebrated 10 years of marriage last year. Thank you very much. I celebrated by getting a divorce. Don't be sad. people in the back. Marriage is just prostitution with a tenure track. Don't cry for me, San Francisco. I'm better off. So after we got divorced, though, my ex-husband, decided to make it all about him by transitioning his gender to female. Typical woman! For the record, we did not get gay married, but I guess we're getting gay divorced. I'm dating again, apparently. Not on purpose, sometimes things just happen, You're just sitting in a cafe with a rose and a book and, some guy shows up and it's Tom Hanks and then it's fine. And I have a type, okay? I have a type. I've done the market research. I know who wants to plow. Mostly it's nerds. Which is why I read all of the Lord of the Rings books before the movies came out. Because I knew that whatever idiot I tricked into marrying me would think that was important. And I was right. And now we're divorced. No, but I always thought for a long time, I was like, oh, dating nerds is a better idea. It's a better gamble than a guy who's really into sports, right? Wrong. Because now that I've dated both, I know that the two are exactly the same, okay? Guys who are into sports want to tell me about their sport. Nerd guys want to tell me about their comic book, and they're exactly the same. Bunch of names I can't pronounce and will never remember. 40 years of storylines I do not care about. And then anytime I ask a perfectly reasonable question like, well, now, why is he the bad guy? Doesn't matter if it's Tom Brady or Magneto, the answer's the same. It just is, okay? Doesn't matter if I'm watching a football game or a bunch of dudes playing Halo. The only thing I'm thinking is, when is it over? Oh, God. As a mostly heterosexual woman, I have feigned interest in so much male bullshit over the years just to get a little D in the M. Am I right, ladies? Oh my God, and men never reciprocate this, okay? Not once has a guy heard me say, I really like Avril Lavigne, and gone out and bought her discography to impress me. No man in here could tell me thing one about the Babysitter's Club. Yeah, and I'm sorry, dudes, if you don't understand how special the bond between Jesse and Quentin was, we can never fully join in a relationship. And it's so easy to fake it. This is what I don't get about men. You could trick your way into so much pussy by just faking it. That's what I do. You remember back in the day when they kept talking about the fake geek girls? I was so pissed. That's my thing. That's my thing. My last name's Anneken. Nobody's going to call me on that bullshit. All I have to do is recite a monologue from Star Wars. You're all fooled. I don't give a fuck who Wedge Antilles is. But I know enough to know his name. I'm just saying, it's very simple. Because all I do, I just go on Wikipedia. I read the whole article on X-Men because I don't read comic books because I don't have a learning disability. I figure out that Emma Frost is a deeper cut than Jean Grey, and then I suck your dick dressed as Emma Frost. It's not hard. It's so fucking easy, people. And listen, ladies, you might think this is unethical, okay? You might think that this makes us look bad, okay? But we got different priorities, okay? I'm all about the dick, all right? And if I've learned one thing in my life of tricking people, it's that fake geek girls get that real geek dick. Give me a beat.